Hi everyone, today I'm going to create a game. Many of you can remember this game. Let me show you. I've created a jar for this. This is a game. This is a game of shapes. We call it Tetris. Suppose you can change the shape and move it down, and similarly for this also you can move it down, and for this also I can move it down. Similarly you can adjust all these shapes, and finally your score will keep on increasing. See, this shape will go in the end, and so my score has increased. So today I'm going to create this game. So for creating this game, let's go to our Eclipse, and we will use certain Java libraries like JFrame. So for this, let's create a Java project, and I go to File, New, and I'll create a Java project. Let's name it as my game and click on Finish. And in this I will create a Java file. A single Java file will work for this, and everything can be done in that single file only. So I'm going to create a single Java file, and I will name this as my Java file project, or my game project will be more appropriate. And just I want the main method. And one more thing, let's make it com.sumit.playjava as a package, and I'm clicking on the finish. So the first requirement will be to create shapes. So let's first create the shapes. I'll name it as private, and I want final, as I want the shapes to be final, and these all things will be included in the point. And point is nothing but my point is 3D array, and inside this I'll create some array data. So let the first be the shape. Suppose I'll first make the shape of like I. For creating shape of I, I'll create point, new point, and inside this I'll pass 0, 1, and I want the point to be imported. So I'm going to import the point from java.awt package, and I want 4 data of this point. And the shapes will be like 1, and this will be like 2, and this will be like 3, 1. So these are nothing but x and y coordinates. This is the one data, and I want the shapes to be rotated. So for rotating I want some other movement of shapes. So for some other movement of shapes, let the shape to be moved. So it will become 1, 0, and it will become 1, 1, and it will be 1, 2, because it will get rotated, and it will be 1, 3. Similarly, for second row number, that is row number 3, it will be 0, 0, 2, and 3, 1. And for third, it will be 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1. This will be 1, 2, and this will be 1, 3. Okay, this is fine for one shape, and I want few more shapes. So let's create few more shapes. Let's create 4 more shapes. So I'm going to create this is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Total number of shapes I want to be 4. So in this I've already created I, so let's create some other shape. So let the other shape be J, and for creating J shape we want this to be 1, 2, 1 and 2, 0. This will be nothing but 2, 0. And for after the rotation it will be this, and this, and finally it will be 2, 2. And for third row it will be 0, 2. And for fourth row it will be 1, 2, and it will be 0, 0. So, and now let's create a shape L. For creating shape L it will be 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1 and 2, 0. And this will be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and it will be 2, 2. And this will be same, and last one will be 0, 2. And for the final row it will be 2, 0. So it became 2, 2. This will be 0, 0, 2 final 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, and yeah, these all are same. And I'm going to create one more shape. Let this be in shape of box. Let's name it as O box, and it will have all the rows same. So it will be 0, 0 and 0, 1 and 1, 0. One, 0, and last one will be 1, 1. See, actually we have to analyze all these shapes, then only one will be able to write these shapes. Let me show you how. Let's go to some writing tool, like let's go to paint, and let me show you how I've written these. So suppose I'm going to make a matrix of this 2D array, and in this 2D array I just want that the shape to be like rectangular. So for that this can be considered as 0, 0, and similarly this point can be considered as 0, 1, and this point can be considered as 1, 0, and finally this will be considered as 1, 1. These are nothing but writing 0 and 1 in the space of 2D. So this is what I've written for my shape, this, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, because, and I've all the 4 entries are in the same, because when you rotate a rectangular box it will be the same coordinate for all the rotation. Similarly for other rotations you will have to analyze it, in 2D, that what will be the shapes and what will the coordinates of the shapes when they will be rotated. Like in this way we can write the coordinates. So I've already written the coordinates of L, 0, J and I. If you want some more shapes you can analyze and write those shapes. So I've created shapes. So and now I'm going to write my colors of those shapes. So I'll create some colors. So let's create private variable, and I want final because my colors will not change further. So color will be from java.awt package. Let me first write let's import this color from java.awt package, and I want the array of colors. So let the colors be color dot this, and some more colors like C. Let me copy this so that again I won't be able to type. Color dot magenta, some more colors like color dot orange, some more color like color dot yellow, color dot black, color dot pink, and color dot red. I think this much is sufficient, and I'm going to use the last one. So as it will not be required this much of color, this much of color will be sufficient for my project. So I created the color. So after creation of colors, let's create some more variables which will be required further, like private variables, and the variables like point, it will be required to check the coordinates, and private int to count the piece, or you can shape. So let it be current piece, and I will check the rotation in terms of integer only. So it will be rotation, and some more variables which will be required. So private array list from java.util package, and I want the array list of integers. Let it be next equals new array list of integers, and some more variables, private long score to show the score of the user, and private color of 2D array for the well which we will create, in which the object will fall, and Control Shift O to import the things which has not been imported. Integer, it will be integer, and here also I have written integers, it will be integer only. So everything is fine till now. And now some more things which we will have to create will be to initialize the well, because we have written well. This well will have to be initialized as soon as the project will start. So for creating well, we'll create private void initialize. For initializing, I'm writing init function. In this function I will initialize the well. So well will be new color, and for passing color, we don't want this, we want our own color. So we have already created a 2D array, and in this array only we will provide the shape of that. It will be 12 and it will be 24. And for int I equals 0 and I less than 12, I plus plus, and inside this actually we have initialized this shape, and for other parts, or you can say for inner parts, for int j equals 0, j less than 23, let it be 23, because here it is 24, and j plus plus. So now what I will do, I will assign the color for well. So if I equals 0 or I equals 11 or I equals 22. Then just assign the color of the well, that is well. I here it will be I, and it will be J equals color dot let's provide red, or let's provide pink to this, and else in else part we'll just provide some other color. So it will be the main body of the well, let it be black. Okay, so these things we have done. We've done the initialize function, and what we will do, we will create new piece every time. So we'll make public void, because we will at the time of initialization we will also initialize an object which will get to fall from the top. So as soon as we will initialize this, we will also initialize our object to fall. So make it with new piece, and this will also has to be called after the initialization of our well. And here what I will do, I will just provide the point equals new point, and let it be 5,2 to make the objects fall from there. And I want the rotation to be initialized, and it will be rotation, rotation, it is the same, and let it be 0 only. And if what we will do is to get next piece, and if the next piece will be empty, then we will just initialize our piece, collections dot add next piece, and in this argument we'll provide an argument of array 0, 1, 2, 3, and collections dot shuffle all the you can say pieces which we have created, and we'll shuffle these pieces to get any random piece. And 0, 1, 2, 3, these 4 pieces are nothing but the piece which we have created, that is these pieces I, J, L and O. So till now what we have done, let me just remind you that we have created 4 pieces, these 4 pieces, and we have initialized our color, and we have created an init function which will create our well for the new pieces to fall. And in this new piece, whenever I am calling this new piece a random shape, you can say 0, 1, 2, 3 are nothing but the shapes, that is these 4 shapes. So from these 4 shapes a random shape will be initialized, and it will be our new piece. So after creation of new piece, let's create some more functions. So what we will do, we will check the collision every time from the well. So for checking the collision, what we'll do is create a private function, and which will return true or false depending upon the collision. So boolean and collides at, and it will be int x, int y, and int rotation. And inside this, what we'll do, we will just apply a loop for the point p equals p colon my shape, or let me check what we have written for shape. My point, it will be my point, and inside this I'll just pass the current shape which I have created. Let me check, it is current piece, so I'll just pass the current piece, and inside this I'll pass the rotation, and rotation will be sent to the key. So I will rotate this, that is my point, it will be my point. Now if it will get stuck to the well, that is p dot x and plus x, and p dot y plus y is not equal to color black. If it's not equal to black, then just return true. And why this is giving error? A return statement. Okay, then return false. Sorry, it will return false. So it's okay till now. And we have already checked the collision, and we are going to rotate our shape. So for that, private void rotate, inside this I'll pass the rotation integer, that is the integer in which it will be rotated, rotation I, and int new rotation equals rotation plus I which I passed %4, and after this if new rotation is less than 0, then simply new rotation will be 3, because we are passing it 4 times, that is top, left, right, or bottom. So this is about the rotation, and we will have to check the collision also. So if not collides, then only rotate. So if not collides at, it will not only x, but it will be the point dot x, and it will be the point dot y. That's the point of our rotation, and new rotation, it will be new rotation only. And after this, if it's not colliding, then what we'll have to do, we'll have to pass the rotation as new rotation, as new rotation, which we have rotated right now, that is in this. And after that, again we'll paint, or you can say repaint, and I'm going to write this function of repaint. So let this repaint be here only, and after some time I'll write this repaint. So now I'm going to move our shapes. So let it be public void move, and in the movement we'll pass the movement integer, and if it will not collide, that is not collide at point dot x, point dot y, and rotation, that is the rotation which we have passed, then only move the shape. So it will be point dot x plus equals I, and this was about the move. And this move only I will again repaint the shape, and after this One more thing I will do, I will public void drop. So I'll drop the shape. So for dropping the shape, if not collides, add this, that is pt.x and pt.y and rotation, then pt.y plus equals I, or it will not be an I, it will be just addition of 1 every time, because we are just dropping the shape. So we have not passed any perimeter, and we are just increasing this y every time by 1. So this is 1, and if it is colliding, else fix to well we will do. We can say fix to well, and we are going to again repaint. So I'm going to write the fix to well function. Let me just fix repaint because it will bother till the end. So it will be it can be handled by extending jpanel. So extend jpanel of swing. We will also require a jframe in the end to create our well. So our repaint has been fixed, so we will create this function fix to well. We will check in the end whether it has been got fixed to the well or not. So public void fix to well, and in this we will apply the for loop for our point p colon my shape. Let me check what we have written. It's my point, and my point, and this will pass our rotation and current piece. So current piece, and in this I'll pass rotation, and I'll check that well where the point dot x and the point dot y plus p dot x and point dot y plus p dot y equals my color, and if it will be equal to the current color of the my piece, current piece. So then it will just get to the fix till the end, till all the color matches of the well and my piece. So after that I will clear the row, and I'll create a new piece. So for clearing the row, you can say as for deleting row. So for deleting row, let's create a public void delete rows or delete row, and inside this we'll delete the row, that is for int j equals row -1, and it will be j greater than 0, and we will subtract j -1, and inside this again we will apply the for loop for int I equals 1 and I less than 11, because we have taken the shape size to be 12, so less than 11, let's check, and I++, and inside this we will just write well I and j plus 1 equals well I and j. So here it will be I and it will be j. So this will delete our row, and next what we will do is we will just check score the iteration point. Okay, fine. So next what we will do, that we are going to create our, or you can say we are going to clear our rows. So that is this function we will call to clear our row. So for that we will just write public void clear row function, and we'll write function to clear our row. So we'll initialize gap and int num clear equals 0, and for int j equals 21 and j greater than 0, j minus minus. And why this giving error? Because I have not passed int row here. So now it's fine. And for this, inside this, I'm going to provide gap as false, and after this false, and after this I'll apply a for loop for int I equals 1 until I less than 11, and then I plus plus. So in this I will check if well has I and j equals color as blue or not. Blue or not, or let it be black. And if it is that black, then make gap as true and break after this. So here it will double equals, and after this I'm going to create whether the gap is there or not. If the gap is not there, then just gap is not there, then just delete the row. Delete the row, and I'll pass the number for clearing, that is num clear. And after the deletion I will just add j plus equals 1 and num clear plus equals 1. After this I will apply a switch statement. So let me check here, the if statement closed, here the for loop closed, and this is an extra for loop here. Now if one more statement here, and then switch statement will be there to clear num clear, and in this I will just check the value. If it is 1, then score I will increase. Let's increase the score by 100 and break. And similarly, let me copy this for total number of 4 cases. So here it is case 1, here it will be case 2, here it will be case 3, and again here it will be case 4. And what I'll do, I'll just add this 300 times, and I'll just add this 500 times, and I'll just add it 800 times. And after this, I just don't want this default. It's okay till here. And now everything is fine. So we have provided two clear rows, and now I'm going to provide function to draw the piece. So private void draw piece, and this I'll provide the graphics G, and I'll import this graphics from java.awt, and in this I'll put g.setColor, just set color, and my color, and then this current color, current piece, and rotation. So this will be till here. Let me check my colors, current piece. I think this is not correct. Yeah, now it's okay. So I'll apply a for loop inside this point p colon my shape, my point. Here I will written my point, and it will be current piece, and here it will be rotation. And inside this I'll put g dot fill rectangle p dot x plus pt dot x into 26 comma pt dot y plus p dot y into 26, and then 25, then 25. So till this it's fine. Let me check. Fill rectangle. Okay, and this is extra. Now it's fine. P dot x, and here will be one more bracket. Now it's fine. After this I will just paint. So I'll provide the function to paint. So it will be public void paint component, and this I'll provide the graphics G. So inside this I'll put g dot fill rectangle, and then this I'll put 0 and y as 0, and I'll provide the width as 26 into 12, and in this also 26 and 12, and height will be 26 and 23. Okay, after this I'll put for int I equals 0, I less than 23 and I plus plus, and this I'll again put for int j equals 0, j less than 23, j plus plus, and g dot set color, and here will be well I j, g dot fill color, fill rectangle 26 into I, 26 into j, and again it will be 25 comma 25. So this is all the paint component, and after paint I'll put g dot set color, and in this I'll simply put color white, and g dot set drawing, or it will be draw string to provide the score. So draw string, and let me draw the string. It will be score is, and after this I'll just add the score, and it will be 19 into 12 and 25. So and after this we will just draw piece, and inside this I'll pass G. So it's okay till now, and this was about paint component, and now we'll write our main method. So inside this, what we will do, we'll just initialize some of the parameters. So for initializing, let's just initialize J frame, J, or like F equal to new J frame, and inside this title, let the title be my game. Okay, and in this my game, and I'll write f dot set default close operation, and on jframe dot exit on close, and some of the other parameters like jframe dot set size. So we have provided size as 12 into 26 into 10, so 12 into 26 plus 10, and again height we have provided as 26 into 23 plus 25. So this was about size, and we want this to be visible, so we will put jframe dot set visibility, that is f dot set visibility, as true. So some of the things we have initialized, and now what we are going to do is to create or to initialize our main game, that is final my game project. This will be my game project, and let it be game equals new my game project, and game dot initialize function we will call, which we have written earlier, and we will f dot add, and this component will add the game in the JFrame. So what we have done here is we have created a JFrame and we have initialized our project and we have put that in our JFrame. And after this we'll do certain things like add key controls. So key listener, in which we'll provide new key listeners, and in this there are lots of key types, that is key type and key release and other things are there. So what we will do, we'll key type, we'll keep it as empty, and for key release we will write some things and let us provide on key press, because we want the game to happen on key press, so we will put this on key press. So we will write key event E is there, so we will write switch statement. So on the basis of switch statement we will get this key. So key will be provided on this event e dot get key code, and depending on the key provided, so it will be key event dot vk. We want upper key, so vk up will be there, vk up, and on this just game dot rotate, and in this we'll just rotate it by -1, and break. Similarly for other case we will write our function. So on up we have already written, so let's write on down. On down we will just increase it by 1, and on left we will just move, so move by -1. So let's put move. We have already written these functions, and on the basis of space we'll just scroll down, so we will drop our drop. Let me check. Yes, because we have not passed any perimeter in the drop, because we want, yes, we have not passed any perimeter because it will just go till the end and it will get fixed to the well, so we have not passed perimeter. So this is about, let's provide space, vk space. When we'll press the space it will just count down. We'll create a thread, so it will be new thread. So on new thread pass our perimeter, so public void run method, and this will pass while true. So every time we will create a new thread, and this we will just drop down or save it, whatever it will be. So every piece will be dropped down every second and start falling from the top. So we'll provide here thread dot sleep, and it will sleep for about like 1 second, and we can make this more advanced game on the basis of level. So when you increase the level, just put the sleep little bit less than this, like for half second, then it will come for 0.25 seconds, so every time it will reduce and the level will keep on increasing. But we are making just a basic game, so we'll put the game dot drop down, so it will be drop, and after this creation of thread I'll write sleep. I'll start this thread, start, and this to be surrounded with try catch block. So let's surround this with try catch block. So every time we are creating a new thread, let me align this code. So every time we are creating a new thread and dropping the object from the top, and seems okay. We have created a main method, provided JFrame, and initialize method we have called. In this initialize method we have created the well and creating a new piece, and every new piece is created with some random shuffle. And what we are doing is we are just rotating on the basis of movement of the key press. We have provided a score, and let me check whether we have, yes, one more thing, after the drop we will have to provide the score also. So game dot score, and we will have to just increase this by 1. So this is fine, it looks fine till now. So I'm going to run this code. Let me run as Java application. So yes, we got our game here. So finally our game has started. So let me just play our game. So in this way we can create our game. So let me just close this. And one more thing, like you created this game and you want this game to be an executable file, so just right click on this, go to export, and this will be runnable jar file, and browse wherever you want your game to be. Like I want here only, so this will be game 1. Click on save and click on my game project, my game, and click on finish and click on OK. So you'll get your one extra game file here. So when you click on this, you'll get this project. As you can see, I've already created this game. So in this way I can just move left and scroll down, and I can rotate this and this, scroll down, and this I can scroll down, rotate this and scroll down, so line disappeared. So in this way we can create our game. So this was about the creation of game. If you like this video, just please subscribe. Thank you all.